So he wrote us some songs. He wrote us Shivers.
Okay, let's start. So now, you connect to Ted. You guys have done this gig at Splash. And then now you go to his studio. Is he at Sync Sound right now?
At Ramco Court at Sync Sound at this point. Ramco Court. So Pete's studio, Ted's studio is at Ramco Court, but Bruce lived at Ramco Court. So that was very interesting. So that's how Bruce met us. Because he lived there.
Yes.
So he came downstairs one time and he was like, who are these stupid? They can sing. Can you come to my studio in Green Corner and sing backup for Eric Wainaina's song? It's called Daima.
What?
Yeah. So we came and sang the backup.
Hey, you know, you're such an archive and we're running over these stories like they are nothing, but they are so huge. Okay. So you go, the Daima story, we're coming into it. You go into now Ted's. For now you guys are into, okay, you guys are both of a group. Yeah. Can you remember working with him for the first time?
I remember working with him for the first time, but then again, like I said, it'd be so interesting to know what Natasha's opinion was, because she didn't know them. I knew Ted from before, right? And I also think that when I was in campus, I think I was very confident or carefree. There's something, because I don't remember ever being worried or afraid of something. Oh, we go sing the song. Let's do it. It's now I'm like, should we though? You know, if we meet this person for the first time, how? I don't think I had. I think I did. In fact, I didn't have a lot of fear. Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, sure. Let's come to the studio tomorrow. Let's try it out. At this point, I'm like, do you want to be a singer? I don't know. This is nice. You know, we go and we'd sing, and they had a way of working that was very interesting. I don't know if people still do it now, but they did a lot of NGO projects, right? Which kind of paid for our studio time and kept the studio afloat. And one time we went and they were like, okay, so we want you to do this ad. And like, go in, both of you sing together. Elianto. That ad. Then they paid us 25K. Let me tell you.
Or as into
each. Aki, that Chums was, even my mom was like, wow. Easy person in Mingi.
This is 90 something.
Yeah. My mom was
late
like,
90s.
This is too much money. You need to open an account. So my mom opened for me a Barclays account. We deposited the check. She told them, don't give her an ATM card. Don't give her any kind of card. She should not come for this money. Okay? I honestly didn't use that money till I finished campus.
Whoa.
She was like, there's nothing like that.
That's a sharp mother.
Yeah. So she opened for me my first bank account and we deposited that money.
What was the first the first song you guys as Intu worked on?
Shivers.
Oh, you got me aching inside. You got me thinking things that I can't hide. There's emotions in my heart here for you. You got me burning, boy, I need your love.
DJ FX.
My friends keep telling me that I'm crazy. You're crazy. 'Cause this thing I got for you makes me hazy. I wish we could be right here together, 'cause I want you to know that you're touching my soul.
Tell us about Shivers.
We worked on Shivers first. Well, Shivers had a lot of controversy because at that point we didn't know that he had written it for somebody else and she had recorded it. And then he's like, toka sasa wewe toka ni hawa watu wanaimba. So this girl would just be looking at us badly and us were innocent because we didn't know, you know? And she had this really mean boyfriend who'd be like, you stole her song. And we're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Uni,
Just hijack somebody's, we just want to sing. We're told to sing this song. We sang this song. But in the meantime,
Nikki's.
It wasn't Nikki's. She was called Wairigia or something like that. Yeah, so I don't know why. I don't know if he didn't think she was good enough or if they had caused enough. I don't know why he gave us a song, but he gave us a song. And we sang it and it was lovely, right? And that time Nikki was recording also. And I think he just discovered Kalamashaka. So we used to do gigs as a clique. Okay? Nikki starts Intu.
Nikki, for those who may not know, is
Sheila Maniga. Yeah. So Nikki starts, Intu play, and then Kalamashaka. Now, us guys, we were down for whatever.
You're in uni.
You want us to wear hot pants? Okay. With dancers, male dancers with big chests? Yes. 100%. Yes. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it now. So
How
I
old are you
remember.
this time?
I must have been 19. 19 or 20. Yeah, probably 19 or 20. Because I know when I was 20 we were doing a gig with Charisma. So we were still doing some stuff with Charisma in the meantime. Because Charisma was a very seriously USIU based thing.
Yes.
And they would ask us to do stuff. Hey, we have a graduation coming up. There's going to be a ball after. Will you guys perform? And because at that point we considered it a privilege, they never paid us, but they'd buy us clothes for the gig and stuff like that and facilitate for it. So when we started working with Ted and we started getting paid for the gigs, then it became harder to do Charisma stuff. They're like, so can you guys come and do this?
I
don't know. I don't know if we can come and do that. Because, you know, at that time, the going rate was about 5K.
Yeah.
You play a gig, you get paid 5K. And then Ted got us into this. There were two things. It was a UN something. And it was, oh my God. It was a song, I think it was about education with Tichi Nyasani, myself. Do you remember Kawesa?
Wow.
Kawesa and Kalamashaka. It was like one song.
Yes.
So now that gig, the whole thing, we got paid like 50K each.
Each?
Yeah. I don't
what
know.
year is this? About 2000?
Yeah, maybe this is about 2000. And then you're like, easy person in Mink, they can never get finished. But then we did another one later for, I think, UNHCR. That was just me and Nikki. It was an art song. That one, they went all out. They paid us 100K each. They bought us clothes from Kiko Romeo for the video. We shot at the Nairobi River. So that was my first video. That was my first music video.
What's the name of this?
It's called...
I look for it on the...
It's called Earth Song.
Earth Song?
It's called Earth Song because it was about how we can... Those guys were like, you want us to write a song about what? Throwing stones? Okay. Mawe tusitupe.
Whatever it is.
They just write the song, So...
There's something you've talked about that I want us to slightly touch on. In fact, I want you to be the one to clear the air, guys. Atemi is about to clear the air for us. You mentioned Kalamashaka.
Yeah.
Everybody that I know says that the song Songa Hapa was sung by Nikki.
Oh no, Songa Hapa was Natasha. So even as Intu, Ted put us in little projects that you could do on your own.
Did you work with that song?
We had once, oh my goodness, I just feel. We had one song we did with Hard Song that was going to be on his second album, but then he left. So the song was never, but we used to perform it. Like we performed it, in when we'd go to gigs. Remember those Beats of the Season? So we performed the song there, because that was the whole point. It was, even if one of our artists gets picked, how do we make sure everybody can fit into the gig? So since Intu have the song with Hardstone, they're also going to open, and then they're going to sing the song with him. And I remember Swahili Nation had come, and Kina, I don't remember who brought him. And on the day, us guys were so excited. We're like, Swahili Nation is performing. We're going to be opening.
And it was at Carnival.
It wasn't at Carnival.
It wasn't at Carnival?
Coolio was at Carnival. It was on Gong Road. I know because I have a picture. It was on Gong Road. And then Kina Bruce all came and they were like, if he doesn't pay us up front, we're not performing. So then everybody's sitting there and all the Kenyan acts have refused to perform because the guy hasn't paid. Those guys were rough those days. Rough. So the guy didn't have the money, so he didn't pay. So nobody performed. Oh. But Hearthstone was like, you know what, they're not going to pay me. But my fans came here for me.
I'm still going to perform.
He just came up and did his thing with a DJ. Because he had a whole thing with dancers and all that. He was like, nope, I'm just going to go up and do my thing with a DJ. And I know that, I think Ted was upset with him because he was like, they're not going to pay. And he was like, nope, I can't disappoint my fans. So I think only Hearthstone performed and Swahili Nation. I don't even know if they performed, I'm not sure. But then I was like, okay, me, I would have performed for free. Swahili Nation. Because you know those days, I think if there's something I've learned along the way, it doesn't matter which artist is coming, okay? There is a very small chance that they are interested in helping you, okay? They are trying to make it for themselves. They don't have time for you. Maybe if you know, like Asha is coming for Koroga, I want to meet her because she inspired my, the direction I took when I started singing. I would like to meet her to say, you're wonderful and I love you. Thank you so much for the work that you've done. Right? And try not to gush because I know people hate you. Okay, some people don't mind. Sanguines don't mind when you gush. Melancholics were like, oh my God. Can you please just buy a CD? I don't know why you're telling me all these things. Please stop now. So so it was Natasha at the end of the day. It was Natasha who sang the song.
So Natasha is the one who sang the song.
Natasha sang the song, which is interesting because initially, and I know this you didn't know, Songa Hapa was initially Kalamashaka, Maina Kageni and Ted. Ted and Maina were in a group called Ebony Affair. You didn't know that, did you?
No.
Maina was a singer.
Maina Kageni?
Yeah.
Maina Kageni was on radio right now.
He was a singer. And a very good singer. Like of ad-libs of, hey! He was a very good singer, by the way, a really good singer. So he and Ted were in a group. And they had some songs. Look for those songs. They had some 2 songs they had released, and Songa Hapa was them and Kalamashaka. I even remember them performing it because they had like a dance they would do, and then I don't know. Ted thought about it and he was like, maybe it would be better with a girl on it. So he remixed it and put Natasha on it because Natasha, it worked for her because she was around.
Yeah.
Let's not say why. But she was around. So when he came up with the idea, he was like, hey, Natasha, you're nearby. Why don't you just come down and do the song, right? Yeah. And I remember when I heard it, I was terribly jealous because it was so beautiful. And I was like, can you sing a Wimbo? And I was like, you are not nearby. I was like, okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Mom.
Hello.
Who are you?
Hey, Mama.
Who are you?
Ni Johnny hapa.
Johnny? Oh my God. How dare you?
Mama.
Don't ever call here. Do you hear? See, why did I know you?
Mama.
Attract vile MIC, you attract MCs. Tunafaa to catch breeze, kule West Indies, nakutamani.
But she really did well. I think that's one of the best projects she did. She went on, so when we were doing like the Earth song and those things, another reason why I think it was me and Nikki is because Natasha was very in with Zanaziki. Yeah.
Zanaziki now being the other stable.
Yes, the other stable. And she performed with Suzanne and Mercy. She did backup for them a lot.
Yeah.
And I also think they had a really active gigging life. Yeah. And it was also considered very different music because we were pop.
Yes.
You want to know the truth? I'm telling you. It's you I want. Every time feather on the leather. You keep on asking if I love you. Boy, you know I do. Every moment in the shower, underwater power. You wanna know if you got the flow. Can't you see my glow? Mind, don't be shy. I love you just the way you are. Mind blowing, baby, and that is why. Ooh, baby, I want you. The way you make me feel when I'm next to you, babe, we know this thing's for real, yeah.
Because we were pop.
Yes.
And they were like, you know, and they
Afro
go into
something.
Afro something, and you know, every song goes into Lingala.
Yes.
So I don't know if it played into how things worked out, if that's the reason why Ted got Nikki on the song instead. I don't know, but I do know there was a time when I did more things at Audio Vault. Now it was Audio Vault.
Yes.
Put things down. I did more things
Now
at
you
Audio
moved
Vault.
to around.
Now we've moved to Lenana Road.
Yes.
And then
Dennis Pritt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Then no, it's on Lenana Road.
Near the president's house. Near State House.
It was on Lenana Road.
Okay.
It was at the corner. I'm lying. No, it moved to Lenana later. It started on Dennis Pritt, you're right. So right there on Dennis Pritt. And then here we're about to graduate. And we're like, so we're going to do this thing. And at that point, there were 3 partners. There was Ted, there was Mike Rabah, and David Murithi. So these are the 3 partners at Audio Vault. And I don't know what happened, and things katikad. Nobody really told us exactly what happened. And all of a sudden, that whole plan for an album, the studio, everything, gone. Mike, who owned all the gears, taken the gear, bounced.
Out.
Yeah. So we're like, well, we might as well check
And had you
into it.
were there things that you're working on, projects that you're working on that have gone?
Yeah. We had an album. We were supposed to... That was the plan.
Into album.
Yeah,
And
that was the plan.
So by now you're talking, apart from Shivers, there are other songs you've also
There were other
recorded.
songs. There were like 4 or 5 other songs we did. We did the song with Hearthstone. Though it's true we did a lot of ads and stuff like that. But
Yes.
that stuff kind of just gave you money as you went along, you
Yeah.
know. So even if you didn't get paid that much, you were not upset because now you've done this ad. It has brought money to the studio. Nobody's asking you for money. Nobody's telling you come and pay for a song to
Yep.
be recorded, you know. So all of a sudden this thing is over. And we're like, okay, so let's get jobs.